Hello and welcome back to Soulstar Radio. I'm Jacquelene Close-Moore, back from the abyss of possibly a sea biscuit or two. I've been down to the sea and back again, and I'm joined today by the very wonderful author, psychic healer, and information sharer and angelic messenger. We have Mr. Raul Estevez. Hi, Raul. How are you doing?
Hi, Jacqueline, and hi, everybody out there. And I'm really happy to join you here today with a beautiful light of Archangel Raphael to bring healing to everybody out there. There we have it. And also we got the beautiful red roses here, which brings that beautiful angelic energy to our root chakra, our sacral, and our heart chakra. And the angelic energy is all about creating a really good foundation, allowing our creativity and our emotions to really rise and to bring that energy of love.
It's been a very beautiful and quite, for some people, tumultuous time when we talk about those kinds of energies. And we've had that amazing lunar eclipse, blood moon and blue moon. A blue moon, of course, is because it's 2 moons in a month. And then, of course, the blood moon as well. And happy Lammas to all of my more pagan-ish viewers. And but yes, we've certainly had quite an interesting roller coaster of energies going on over the last couple of weeks. Certainly, it's been a real clearing out time. And as with the incoming year of the Earth Dog, which is still making its way in, and because it's Earth, it's subterranean. It's what's under here? And so we've got all this digging going on. And today we have the digging for the Beaumont children in Adelaide, Australia, and we've got lots of skeletons coming out of the closet with the wonderful the cabinet files that the ABC have had and ASIO has taken back. So it's been quite a time of revelation, which of course the Earth Dog will do, because the dog likes to dig under the earth and then go, whoa, look what I found. I've been digging for a while you weren't watching, and here it is, so deal with it. So we've got a bit of that going on too, and people feeling quite emotional while this is happening, and that's the sort of energies I've been kind of getting. And what sort of energies have you been finding with that particular motion?
One thing that it actually brought to my attention, and the angels were actually guiding me, and sometimes when you're guiding to read a specific book and you don't know why, but there's going to be just a single line, a single phrase that is exactly what you need to know and what it needs to resonate with you. And I was reading somebody else's book, and the line that came up for me was, life is not a destination to arrive to, but it's about vibration to come from. And when we get into these times of upheaval, that everything is actually being brought up, I actually cherish that time, because it's kind of like a spring cleaning. You allow all that to surface, yes, and then you truly find the vibration that you are coming from. Because before it was masked by, you were saying, your analogy of the dog, all these layers of soil and dirt to really unveil what's truly underneath it all. And it's what's happening around the world. We've been unearthing all the things that people sometimes are hiding. And well, now that they're out, let's rebuild. Let's find our true vibration.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, you've got in the background there with you pictures from your wonderful deck that you're going to be talking about as well today, and I understand reading from. And I'm excited because that's getting released tomorrow. Is that right?
Amazing. Yes. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I just put the little cards, the box here, just people can actually get a closer look. After waiting for such a long time, printing issues and releasing all of that, we finally unearthed it. And yes, it's going to be blossoming out tomorrow. We're going to be doing the official launch tomorrow. If people would like to partake on that, it will be on my Facebook page, Raul Estevez Author, at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. For the Northern Hemisphere, it may be either Friday evening or Saturday early morning, but you will be able to as well watch that on replay. And I'm really, really grateful to everybody that took place, in particular to my dear friend and illustrator, Sonia Daru, that created beautiful cards in synergy with me, and of course to White Light Publishing House, that they have been really graceful to publish this deck of cards that we are so much in love with. And I got a little announcement, if I may. For all of the listeners and viewers of Soul Star Radio, we are going to be doing a little competition. Jacquelene will do a little post, and you will see that on Facebook. One fortunate, I will say. I will not say lucky, because this will not be about luck. This will be about being fortunate. One fortunate listener or viewer out there will actually get one deck sent from me to you with lots of love, and Jacquelene and I will announce that fortunate person on our next show together on the 2nd of March.
Beautiful. Very generous of you, Raoul, and absolutely wonderful gift to share with the viewers as well. It's really quite a beautiful deck. And so, yeah, it's going to be quite a fantastic competition. So please do, listeners, we'll be getting you to type a comment in to the video, and also to the post, actually to the post that I'll put up. That'll make it much easier, as you're saying there, Raoul. So it's going to be really good. Now, we've also got our first caller in for today's show. We've got Dee in Greenfield, Ohio, USA. Are you there, Dee?
I'm still here, yes.
Hello and welcome to the show. Thank you so much for calling in. We've got Raoul Estevez, who's an angelic messenger, and he's ready to answer a question for you if you like, and he can do a reading for you as well.
Okay, I do have a question. What does he see as far as my love life?
Okay, beautiful question, Dee. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Look, I just shuffled the cards, and it's just beautiful that you were asking about your love life. And your love life, as you can see here on the card, and the card is all about openness. It's all about truly, opening up your heart and be a little bit more vulnerable and allow the true you and the true love to truly emerge. And you will see, like that butterfly there, it's gonna be engulfed in that beautiful heart shape in there. And we're saying here, be open to give, but most importantly, to receive. So the idea is allow yourself to be pampered, allow yourself to be loved. You send that energy out, but sometimes you're sending it out so much that you're forgetting a little bit about you, giving that openness and say, you know what, I'm going to receive love. Today is truly about me, and it's not about being selfish. It's truly about honoring the divine soul that is within you, that is deserving of this beautiful love that is coming your way. Jacquelene.
That sounds like me, yes.
Absolutely. No, that's quite beautiful there, Raoul. Certainly a time of discovery, and also the other thing I was picking up was needing to look around the home at what you're doing in the home to allow greater chi flow or energy flow here. So this is coming from a different angle altogether, but needing to work on the home environment to create more of that opening to the abundance, or opening to good things coming your way. So whether there's some clutter that you've sort of left lying around, boxes and things like that of late, but it may be more also on the emotional level as well. But I just keep going to wanting to do some changes around the home that would be quite practical. So I would just take the time to look around your home and go, okay, well, does this feel like it's bringing in the best for me? Am I blocking the space a bit? Is there something in the way there that I can move that makes a better energy flow, if that makes sense? The other thing that so anyone listening, as a general kind of piece of information is, if you've got a straight line from the front door to the back door, for example, you want to kind of put something in between that. Usually, people don't necessarily have that front to the back door straight line of sight. But when you do, it's good to kind of try to slow the chi energy down so it can stop and the good energy can take its time to make its way through the home, rather than the good energy just straight out the back door, and the, let's say, not such prosperous energy sticking in the home. So if there's a feeling of things not moving quite well at the moment in your home environment and in your abundance levels, then that's where I'd be working on that for you, Dee, just to shift a few things up a gear. But that's just coming from a different angle there today for you. And certainly I also felt a lot of the same things Raoul was saying. I just didn't want to repeat the same thing, that's all. So I hope that helps you there, Dee. It just feels like a bit of stuff. Yeah, can you relate to needing to clean up a bit around the home in some way?
Yes, all of that made sense that both of you said. It made perfect sense to me.
Yeah. So if you get onto that, the other thing as well is if you find there is a straight line from the front to the back door, you can use that colour of red. You can use magentas, hot pinks, this sort of colour. Put a bit of gold with it maybe. So it doesn't have to be something you get that's expensive. It can be, something from the $2 shop. There might be a rug you can get second hand that just needs a little bit of a vacuum. Just anything that you can put there. You could even get red wrapping paper, like tissue paper, and maybe get a gold metallic texture, and just blah, 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 and just do a bit of scribbling on it, and you could stick that up on the wall, and that would be enough of a diversion for this energy, for the good energy to sort of go, ooh, look at that, because chi, if we look at the energy of chi coming into the home and creating abundance, if we sort of think of it as what would my 2-year-old do, or what would I do if I was 2, if you look at 2-year-olds, they're sort of like, oh, look at that. Look at that, So they really like bright colours and shiny objects, a bit like, corporate executives actually as well. And there's a whole other reason for that. But anyway, usually very highly visual people, and they've got a lot of chi coming to them, haven't they? They've got a lot of energy of abundance. So anything that allows you to kind of draw the eye and take its time through the home. But then, as I said, moving any clutter would be ideal as well. So I hope that helps you there, Dee, and thank you so much for your call there.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
You're so welcome. There you go. We've both had that red moment there, haven't we, Raoul?
Yes, we did. Listen, I keep on doing readings for people with my new deck of cards, and they keep on amazing me. And I said to him, oh, my God, these cards are so brilliant. And he said, a little bit up yourself, aren't you? And I said, no. I'm just talking about the energy that they're just bringing and the way that they were actually created. And it's just beautiful to see that, that is hitting the mark.
That's right, it is. And certainly I've got the red candle out today as well, and there's a lot of that energy around at the moment, but it is needed at the moment as well. So if people are finding that they're having trouble with feeling vulnerable, just remember to ground back down into that base chakra, the base of sacral, the lower 3 chakras, and just get your feet out in the earth. If it's warm enough where you are, twinkle the toes in the grass. If it's snowing where you are, well, obviously that's not a good idea. Maybe use some Epsom salts in a hot bath. That would be something else.
Have some beautiful red roses.
Red roses, absolutely. All those sorts of things will certainly help. Now, we've also got Nita in Toledo, Ohio. Are you there, Nita?
Yes, I am.
Hello, and thank you so much for calling in. We've got Raoul, who is an angelic messenger, and he can do a reading for you.
Hi, Nita.
All right, great. Hi.
How can I help you?
Well, I wanted to get a reading tonight. I had a couple of questions. I have a move that I've been thinking about, so I kind of want to get some insight on that. And also my love life.
Okay, love life. It just came up the card, and it's a card that will actually not only apply to your love life, but it will also apply to you as a whole, and it's a card of passion. And we were just talking about the color red and the color pinks and the yellows, all these beautiful warm colors that they're actually coming up, reigniting your passion, your zest for life, and a message that is actually coming along for you that the angels are actually saying, there's no right or wrong path to do with your life or to do with love. There is simply you, Nita. So embrace the love within you. And here I put, allow the beauty and the color of these butterflies to ignite your heart and soul with this powerful emotion. And you see the intertwine of butterflies, the change, the transformation, hearts coming together. But be the you that you are, deliberately designed by the Creator to be. Don't change, in essence, who you are to attract love. Simply shine that beauty that is within you to bring that essence of love. And this is not only romantic love, this is love on every level. Romantic love will be part of it, but it starts with the essence of love within you and let it shine out. And this is a gorgeous card of passion. Feel passion for who you are and what you've got to offer in every level.
Okay.
Jacquelene.
Beautiful. I'm also feeling there, Nita, needing a lot of strength at the moment. And in that card that Raoul was holding up, I was actually seeing the infinity symbol going between the different energies there. So we've got quite a few symbols going on in that card, but I was actually seeing the infinity symbol. So, you know, in a way, the infinity symbol, when we turn it on our side, is an 8. And also that can translate as well when we look at the yin and yang. So we see in that both sides of the coin. So sometimes, you know, sometimes we're needing to, I guess, look at not just the things that we really love and enjoy, but also the things that maybe really annoy us. And say, well, okay, look at that. But be able to go, do you know, I really love this aspect of that person. I could really give or take that other part, but I like this part and I can work with that, and I don't have to fully engage with this aspect over here, and I can celebrate them as the whole being that they are without having to either idealize the really great bits and denigrate the really not so fantastic bits that, as with all of us, we're all still perfecting and we're still growing and learning and having our moments, aren't we? So, you know, this is sort of, you know, the message I've got there as well is about that letting go of the expectation around that. We can only really be upset with someone or deeply disappointed if we've put an expectation up on them that they were never really going to be able to live up to, because we can have standards that may be really quite high, personal standards, moral standards, ethical standards, standards of care, how much energy we put into things, but we've got to kind of go back to looking at the other person and going, and I can see that you're over there with your standards, which really are quite different to mine. And it's okay. I mean, it might be that their standards are not actually acceptable, but we have to accept that that's where they are at without having to judge them, I guess. And, you know, in some ways, the unraveling of what's going on for you as well on other levels is really about being able to find that, I guess, heart space in that to sort of go, you know, I can deal with them as they are, and I can deal with them in the framework in which I know they're going to be able to participate, and I accept that they can't participate beyond that. And that way you don't get into the disappointment, because you recognise where they are rather than seeing them as where you would like them to be. And so that's a sort of message that's coming through me for you today, you know, coming just from that other angle at the moment. Apparently that's what I'm doing today. And so, you know, it's really just important to sort of, at the moment, just kind of be really in that acceptance of this is where I'm at, and it's okay, and I can grow with that without, you know, why can't they be this way or why can't they be that way? And instead, well, this is just where they are. It's fine. That's the sort of thing I'd also get you to look at. But I do feel a lot of very big change there, which is actually quite beautiful, and as Raoul would have said to you. So thank you so much for your call there, Nita.
Okay, thank you.
I will just add the Jacquelene, for Anita, that what you were saying there about the symbol of infinity, the number 8, the hearts are actually showing, and it's about accepting who we are first, yes?
Yep.
Very clearly, and then we are going to be benevolent of accepting how other people are, because we are not perfect by any means, as you were saying. So it starts with us and realize, okay, well, people may like this about me, but they may not like that about me. And it's the same with the other person. And once we accept that, then we'll have that unison, that joining of hearts.
Absolutely. No, that's really beautiful. I hope that you're able to make sense of all of that, Nita, and that it helps you today. Certainly, there's a lot of beautiful energy there for you, and we wish you the absolute best there. Thank you for that today, Rel. That's been quite interesting how that's been going. We've sort of been flowing from this side and that side and that side.
But I think it's actually beautiful that we are able to bring two sides to the coin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then
Beautiful.
people can actually get the full picture.
Yeah, I think so, and it's been a really a good one on that level. Now, I also what I had a letter from someone. I just thought I'd pass by you and see what you thought as well. This person was asking, and we haven't got much time, but what would you say for someone who says, "How would I know if someone is jealous of me?" You know, sometimes in our field we find there's a bit of jealousy here and there, and in every field really. But what would be your antidote, do you think, to jealousy or to people sort of, I don't know, why has he got that and not me?
I think it's about being comfortable with who I am, because I don't compare myself to others.
Yeah.
Other people have actually created deco cards, well, but this is mine, and I'm really happy with it. And I'm not doing it because other people have created it. I do it because I was guided to do so, and I felt the need to go and create that. So the minute that I'm comfortable within myself and what I do, what other people do, I tend to celebrate them because it's a reflection of who they are, not who I am. And if someone is jealous of me, well, the only thing that I have for them is compassion, because truly they are wishing for something that they are not able to achieve. And I usually say for people, wish for what's within you. Don't try and be somebody else. Don't try and be Jacquelene more, because there's only one of hers, and she's extremely unique, as I am. And by not comparing ourselves is that we get to work well with one another.
That's absolutely right. And so for that listener, and it's Patricia in Melbourne, the thing I would add to that as well, and I love how you've said it, Rel, but what I would say to you there, Patricia, is it is really important to focus on you. If you focus on you, then what other people might focus or say, and that can be fun sometimes, it really starts to not matter. You might hear it telepathically and go, again, really. But you're going to just focus more and more on, right, I've got dishes to do, I've got a book to put out, I've got cats to feed, I love my family. And by focusing on what's yours, you tend to not attract quite as much of the negative, or if it does come to you, it's much easier for you to just go, there you go, have a nice day, and not actually hold on to that. So you become like a non-stick fry pan there by just going, oh, well, that's okay. You don't go, oh, how can those people do that to me? It's just, well, you know what, this is just what's going on. This is the energy that's coming my way. That doesn't mean I have to own it. So that's what I would say to you there, Patricia, and I hope that helps you with some insight. But you put it wonderfully, Rel. I really like that. I think maybe what we could do, if for some shadow play, is one day dress up as two Elvis impersonators on that one.
The black and the white?
What's that?
The black and the white outfits?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got rhinestones in my mind and possibly on my forehead. I think that could work. We could look rather sexy, quite a sexy duo. Actually, a purple
It'll
suit.
be a different type of show, I can assure you.
Definitely a different. We could just jingle our whole way home. But thank you so much for being on air, and and also for the beautiful giveaway. I'll be promoting that on air for people, and also through Facebook on the Soul Star Radio Facebook page. You'll be finding a post there shortly. So if you'd like to win, or your chance to win one of these beautiful decks of cards from Ral, then you'll need to go onto the Soul Star Radio page. Thank you so much for being on air with me again. I look forward to catching up with you next month, Ral. It's an absolute pleasure. Catch you next time.
Thank you so much, and many angel blessings to you and to everybody out there. Bye.